Hello Libra, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Libra for the week of March 21st. Now Libra, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Libra, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for weekly and monthly updates. Really helps my channel grow as well. So, all right, let me make sure everything is in view here, and then we'll get right into it. I think that looks just about good enough to me. We'll go ahead and put the deck up here and we'll get right into it. So Libra, you have this, what is it called? Dr. Hyde and Mr. Jekyll, or Mr. Hyde and Dr. Jekyll, or whatever it's called. You have this, there's an energy of polarity here. There's a polarity on the energy in this reading. You have wish fulfillment here, but also met with potentially dealing with an internal, like a shadow, but also dealing with a transformation. There's this sort of polarity in this reading where things are going well, but you're also dealing with like a major life change. You're dealing with like a big sort of shadow right now. I'm gonna really talk about that a lot more as we go along, but I have to say this is a pretty interesting combination that I do not see all the time. So right away in the middle, you have, for your overall message, you have this Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. It's one of the major wish cards in the tarot, and you can see this person here is holding up their cup. They're smiling, they're happy, they're joyous, they're celebrating. This represents emotional satisfaction and, most importantly, emotional contentment. This can also say that like you're in a pleasurable period of your life, or you know, there's like a pleasurable sort of time in your life right now. You may even have room for luxuries as well as this time, or when I say that, it may mean that you decide that, you know what, you're gonna go take yourself out to your favorite restaurant, or take your significant other out like on and have like a night out on the town, or whatever the case may be. It's one of these really nice sort of happy energies. But the big thing here is it's about dreams and wishes and goals coming true, goals and dreams and wishes coming to fruition. This is especially good if you've thrown a wish out to the universe. This can indicate that it's coming back in. It's coming back in for you here, Libra. Now, in the past, you have this energy around the King of Cups and the Devil. So the King of Cups is somebody who is a person who leads from the heart space. Okay, this is an emotional leader, and they are presumably pretty emotionally intelligent. They have a high EQ, and you can see that they are sitting in water here, which indicates that they are capable of weathering any sort of emotional storm or dealing with any sort of emotional challenges that may be coming forward for them at this time. Again, what's very interesting here is you have this Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I think that's how you say it. Just forgive me if I'm saying it wrong, but you have this devil energy here as well with it, which is really a card that speaks to our shadows. The devil is necessary, right? Because nobody's perfect. Everybody has a shadow. Okay, everybody has something that they need to work through in this lifetime. And, you know, oftentimes we're given tests. The universe throws us a test along our journey. And that test is extremely important. And the way that we respond to that is extremely important. And, you know, that allows us to continue going. It allows us to continue growing. It also exposes where we may need to do some work, exposes where we may need to do, put in some extra energy or effort into something. This might be something around, as this is in the past, there may have been a test of your emotional situation. There may have also been a test of commitment. If you're here and you're in a relationship, your commitment to another person or another person's commitment to you may have been tested recently with the King of Cups and the Devil energy. And it's interesting because the Devil also can speak to issues around power and control as well, which I think it comes in many times for many people, but it's I'll be very interested to see how we clarify with this next layer of the pyramid. Now in the future here, you have the Death card and the Six of Wands. So it's like you have this wish fulfillment, right, in the middle, but then to the left and to the right, you have the Death card and the Devil card. So those cards, you know, every card has a positive and a negative meaning. It really depends on the way that you look at your life and you look at the world. Are you a glass half full or a glass half empty type of person? The Death card really is not about death and dying, okay? This is about transformation. It's undergoing a major change and a major transformation in your life. It's going from the caterpillar to the butterfly. It's coming out on the other end of something completely different. You may be going through a transition or a transformation here in the future where you don't even feel like the same person anymore. That's the type of death energy, that's the type of energy that's provided by the Death card. It's Scorpio energy, right? Now you also have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a major victory. It's a major success in your life. In fact, this person here is being publicly recognized for all of the hard work that they've done. It can bring in, you know, some of you, if you've been like working on, maybe you have a social media account or you work with the public in some ways, that you could be getting rewards in those areas or you could be getting recognized in those areas at this time. There may be a situation here where something finally comes forward for you in the future that makes you truly happy, and you may have an I made it moment in the future. It's like in between that though, there's also a major transformation that you're undergoing at this time. So let's go ahead and start to clarify. So you have the King of Swords, you have the Five of Wands, you have the Four of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. So we have these double kings here in the past, right? And so I think this is your energy showing up. It doesn't matter what gender you are. Remember, you can take on the aspects of any of these cards. Just keep that in mind. The King of Swords is a card that I associate with Libra, but it could be any air sign, but I think it's you showing up here. I think there's been a clear test of your willpower, okay? There's been maybe even a struggle here in the past. The Five of Wands, this is a struggle, right? These people here are sparring. They're kind of arguing and fighting amongst themselves. And actually what's interesting is whoever wins this battle is given the reward of the Six of Wands, which I really like for you because you have the Six of Wands in your future, which means, yeah, you've been dealing with struggles here. Very clearly, you've been dealing with challenges and conflicts here in the past. But if you have not already been victorious or rewarded or successful, this is absolutely coming in. And in fact, if you sort of feel like right now you're in the trenches with this Five of Wands energy, it looks like you are coming out of that on top. You're coming out of that situation on top. What's also very interesting is you have 4, 5, 6 of Wands, right? So you have this 4, 5, 6, right? You have this situation progressing. Those cards come one after the other. When I get that, it means things are moving along, progress updates, all of those sorts of things happening. You have this Four of Wands, which can represent marriage. It can also represent a deeper level of commitment between you and another person. Again, I feel like that's probably been on the table for some of you, especially if you're a Libra who is in a relationship. Like I said, can bring marriage, but it can also bring foundations and achievements into your life, stability, structure, that type of energy as well. You have the Six of Pentacles, which says that the act of giving is just as important as receiving. It's the idea that if you've been giving, it's time to receive. And in fact, you can see the Six of Pentacles come in oftentimes when you're ready to get some sort of job raise or a bonus, like a bonus pay or something like that. You actually have a really good combination for that here with the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. Wands represents your work and career, enterprise. Pentacles can indicate the money around those areas or just money in general. Also like nature, material situations, anything like that. But this combination is very big for like if you've been in the running for a job raise or if you've been looking for a job that pays better, that's definitely a good indicator of that situation coming around to you, because it suggests you've given a lot, you've learned a lot, you've maybe given knowledge, given resources, proven your expertise, proven your ability, that type of thing coming in. So let's go ahead and, yeah, let's move up the pyramid here. You have that Eight of Pentacles, you have the Two of Swords, and the Four of Swords. So I said, yeah, because you have this Eight of Pentacles here, which is a major card of talent. It's the biggest card indicating that you have a talent in the tarot. You can see this person has a lot to offer. They have a lot to bring to the table here, and they're actually wrapping up their latest creation. There are other creations here hanging up on the ceiling above them. And so it's a card indicating that you are maybe an artist, writer, singer, dancer, author, illustrator, creator, builder, designer, any of those sorts of things. But if you're not one of those things, it says that whatever it is that you do, you have an extreme talent or you have an extreme gift in that area, okay? No matter what, even if like you're an accountant, for example, like you're extremely good at that thing, or you have an extreme talent in one area of accounting, for example. So it really depends on where you find yourself, but some of you may have even spent time getting mentorship here. The Eight of Pentacles can come forward when you are getting mentorship as well. Also, like diligence. Eight of Pentacles can refer to diligence. Diligently working towards something, putting in a lot of energy and effort into something. You can see they're working away late at night, late hours into the night. And so I do feel like some of you are about to get rewarded for this. You have this Two of Swords, right now, there's been this test here, like I said, with this Devil. And I think for some of you, it's been about commitment to another person or to a task or to a career or job or something like that. You may not have been able to see the results right away of that test, but I do think in the future you're getting clarity. You have this double four energy here, Four of Wands, Four of Swords. So fours represent stability and structure. And the Four of Swords in particular represents healing from a situation. It can even represent you maybe doing something alternative like meditation to help solve a problem. But it's a very nice card. So let's go ahead and move up the pyramid here. Yeah, so you have the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords. So we have 3 of 4 Swords court cards with the King, the Queen, and the Page of Swords here. Now the King and the Queen of Swords are counterparts, okay? And so if you are here for love, or if that's like something you're dealing with currently, there's definitely been a test of commitment, a test of your relationship here, for sure, with the King and the Queen of Swords. This may even represent the child. If you have a child with somebody else. The reason I'm saying that is because you have that with the King and the Queen. The Page could be their child. That could certainly be the case going on here, but there's definitely something involving a significant other or another person as well in your life. What's interesting as well is the Page of Swords can represent something that takes a little bit of time. And so you have this good career situation unfolding here with the Six of Pentacles and Wands, but it may take a little bit of time for that to completely come around or to complete fully. So let's see what's at the top of the pyramid here. Wow, 10 of Cups, amazing. Amazing to find this card at the top of the pyramid. That's total happiness. That's a windfall of happiness. That is all 10 cups overflowing. It says you've gone through the entire suit of cups and you're now given the reward of happiness, of good energy. In fact, this is heavily associated with family energy, but this is also an energy of abundance. You can see the people on the bench, they own the home behind them. And so I do like to associate the 10 of Cups with real estate, but not just real estate, abundance generally. Real estate is how many Americans and many other people will build abundance. And so just something to consider there. But this is about you having a happy outcome, having something come through for you. You do have this Eight of Wands as well, which is, a quick moving event, a swift moving event that brings a good outcome or good news. It's also energy from a distance, letters, phone calls, text messages, emails, anything like that coming in from a distance, which relays good news or good situations. Definitely good family energy here, solving any conflict that you may have, okay? Successfully passing the test. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. I'll see you in the next reading.